Welcome to our channel. In today's episode of Who Died Today, we take a moment to remember and honor notable figures who have passed away recently. We'll provide a brief overview of their lives, careers, and contributions. Join us as we reflect on their legacies and the impact they made. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content.
Ben Tapa. Another legend died unfortunately. He died on 8th of September 2024 at the age of 42. The cause of death is currently unknown. His birth date is March 22, 1982. He was an English opera singer, widely recognized as the bass tenor of G4 from 2004 to 2018. He initially studied at the Royal Northern College of Music for a year before transferring to the Guildhall School of Music and Drama, where he graduated in 2004. He furthered his education by completing his studies at the Wales International Academy of Voice, graduating in 2013. Tapa auditioned for the inaugural series of The X Factor alongside his G4 bandmates John Ansell, Matt Stiff, and Mike Christie. They made it to the final but were ultimately beaten by Steve Brookstein. Following their success on the show, G4 was signed by Sony BMG, leading to the release of 3 albums. Tapa collaborated with the National Chamber Choir of Ireland, released an album called Songs of My Childhood, and went on a nationwide tour. Tapa has also sung in numerous opera productions, including the Scottish Opera's Katia Kabanova. DeAndre Overton. He died on September 7, 2024, at the age of 26 years old. He was born April 19, 1998. He was an American professional football wide receiver who played college football at Clemson. His professional career included stints with the Hamilton Tiger Cats, Vienna Vikings, Philadelphia Stars, Pittsburgh Maulers, and Memphis Showboats. He attended Walter Hines Page Senior High School in Greensboro, North Carolina, where he excelled in both football and basketball. As a junior, he averaged 14.6 points per game in basketball and recorded 31 catches for 577 yards in football. In his senior year, he made 78 receptions for 1,251 yards and scored 15 touchdowns. According to 247 Sports, he was ranked as the 4th overall prospect in the state. Overton chose to commit to Clemson University, turning down offers from NC State, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. As a freshman in 2016, he made 2 catches for 48 yards, including a touchdown on his first career reception. In 2017, he appeared in 14 games, recording 14 catches for 178 yards. During his junior year in 2018, he caught 14 passes, scored 3 touchdowns, and gained 199 yards over the course of 14 games. As a senior in 2019, Overton recorded 22 catches for 352 yards and scored 3 touchdowns, appearing in 15 games with 5 starts. He was voted a team captain and was an academic All-Atlantic Coast Conference (ACC) selection. Overton earned 2 national championships at Clemson, in 2016 and 2018, and concluded his college career with 52 receptions for 777 yards and 7 touchdowns. Henny Moan. Unfortunately, actress died. She died on September 8, 2024, at the age of 88 years old. No cause of death was given. She was born February 22, 1936. She was a Norwegian actress from Finnmark with a distinguished career in theater. She is particularly recognized for her roles in notable Norwegian films, including the Oscar-nominated 9 Lives, 1957, and Lake of the Dead, 1958. Moan was briefly married to the author Andre Bjørk. At the age 17, she left her home in Finnmark, where she had worked at a gas station, without informing anyone of her destination. She moved to Oslo where she applied to the Theatre Academy. Here she was accepted in the first intake in the history of the school, in 1953. Moan was known for her short-cropped hair, a style she adopted in 1954 when it was still quite unusual for women. She is also renowned for her film work, including a role in the Oscar-nominated 9 Lives, 1957. In 2005, this film was named the greatest Norwegian film of all time by a jury of critics. Following this, she received offers from Hollywood but chose to remain in Norway. During her marriage to Bjørk, she participated in the adaptation of his novel Lake of the Dead, featuring in a now iconic scene of Norwegian cinema where she appears in a white, translucent dress walking along a tarn in the forest. More recently, she had a brief role in Bent Hamer's O. Horton. On television she is known for her role in the 1978 science fiction series Blind Passengers, written by Tor H. Bringsværd and John Bing. She played the part of Edvarda in a 1973 TV series based on Knut Hamsun's novels Benoni and Rosa. Moan also worked with television drama for several years. Mark Moffett. He died on September 6, 2024, at the age of 74 years old. He is an Australian musician and record producer known for his work in various musical genres. Mark Moffett began his music career in the 1970s and 1980s, establishing himself as a skilled musician and producer. His early work included performing with and producing for several bands. Moffett is recognized for his work across a range of musical styles, including rock, pop, and folk. He has been involved in various recording projects and live performances throughout his career. He has collaborated with a range of artists and bands, contributing his expertise to various musical projects. Martin France. Another death we show. France died after a long illness at home, on September 5, 2024, at the age of 60 years old. He was born February 29, 1964. He was a renowned jazz drummer from the UK, contributing to more than 100 albums. He also served as a professor at London's Royal Academy of Music and was supported by paste cymbals. France started performing at 12 with vocalists in working men's clubs and organ trios in Manchester, England. After relocating to London in 1983, he embarked on his recording career with ECM. Over the years, he has worked extensively as a studio musician in London, contributing to recording sessions for both European and American films and television. Additionally, he was engaged in composing music for KPM/EMI in London, which has been featured in TV and commercial broadcasts worldwide. His incorporation of electronic and sequenced drums and percussion has led to numerous performances and recording sessions with various musicians. He released 2 albums with his band Spin Marvel, which performed at the Cheltenham Jazz Festival in the UK, featuring artists such as Nils Petter Malver and John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin. Additionally, he was a frequent performer with the NDR Big Band in Hamburg. France was invited to perform with the ASKO Ensemble, BBC Big Band, BBC Concert Orchestra, BBC National Orchestra of Wales, BBC Philharmonic, Bergen Big Band, Britain Sinfonia, DR Big Band, Duisburg Philharmonic, HR Big Band, Royal Liverpool Philharmonic and others. Dan Morgenstern. One more death. He died on September 7, 2024 in Manhattan at the age of 94 years old. Died from heart failure. He was born October 24, 1929. He was a jazz writer, editor, archivist, and producer based in Jersey City, New Jersey. He was the son of German-language Jewish author Soma Morgenstern. Raised in Vienna and Copenhagen, he arrived in the United States in 1947. He contributed to Jazz Journal from 1958 to 1961 and went on to edit several jazz magazines, Metronome in 1961, Jazz from 1962 to 1963, and Downbeat from 1967 to 1973. In 1976, he was appointed director of Rutgers Newark's Institute of Jazz Studies. Under his leadership, the institute expanded to become the largest collection of jazz documents, recordings, and memorabilia in the world, continuing the legacy of Marshall Stearns. Throughout his career, Morgenstern organized concerts, including the Jazz in the Garden series at the Museum of Modern Art, produced and hosted television and radio programs, taught jazz history at various universities and conservatories, and acted as a panelist for jazz festivals and awards throughout the US and Europe. Morgenstern gained recognition for his extensive and authoritative liner notes, a pursuit that earned him 8 Grammy Awards for Best Album Notes starting in 1973. Morgenstern authored 2 books, Jazz People, 1976, and Living with Jazz, 2004, the latter being a reader edited by Sheldon Meyer. Both books won ASCAP's Deems Taylor Award. In 2007, he was honored with the A.B. Spellman Jazz Masters Award for Jazz Advocacy from the National Endowment for the Arts. Herbie Flowers. Another death. He died on September 5, 2024, at the age of 86. No cause of death was announced. He was an English musician known for his expertise on bass guitar, double bass, and tuba. His career included notable work with bands such as Blue Mink, T-Rex, and Sky, in addition to his extensive contributions as a session musician. He played a role in recording projects with a wide range of artists, including Elton John, Camel, David Bowie, Lou Reed, Roy Harper, David Essex, Al Kooper, Brian Ferry, Harry Nilsson, Cat Stevens, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Additionally, he performed bass on the musical adaptation of The War of the Worlds by Jeff Wayne. By the close of the 1970s, Flowers had contributed bass guitar work to approximately 500 successful recordings. He started his musical journey in 1956 when he was drafted into the Royal Air Force, initially serving for 9 years as a bandsman playing the tuba. To earn his junior technician rank, he also took up the double bass, eventually transitioning to the bass guitar. After completing his service, he performed with several Dixieland jazz bands in the early 1960s before discovering modern jazz. In 1965, he joined the crew of the ocean liner Queen Elizabeth as a bandsman. During a visit to a New York nightclub, he encountered an electric bass and decided to buy his own solid-body electric bass, a Lake Placid Blue 1960 Fender jazz bass, which he purchased from Manny's Music in New York City for $79. In 1979, shortly after participating in the A Song for Europe contest with his group, the Daisies, where they performed Mr. Moonlight, he co-founded the band Sky, which went on to achieve success in both the United Kingdom and Australia. He played and recorded with Mark Bolan from late 1976 until Bolan's death, in September 1977, and also appeared with him on the Mark television series in 1977. Zoot Money. He died on September 8, 2024, at the age of 82 years old. He was born July 17, 1942. He was an English singer, keyboardist, and bandleader renowned for his expertise with the Hammond organ and his work with the Big Roll Band. Influenced by the styles of Jerry Lee Lewis and Ray Charles, he developed a passion for rock and roll and immersed himself in the music scenes of Bournemouth and Soho during the 1960s. He adopted the stage name Zoot after being inspired by Zoot Sims following a concert. In 1987, Money worked as the musical director for the BBC Scotland drama Tutti Frutti, where he composed the theme music. 2 years earlier, in 1985, he created the incidental music for 5 episodes of the TV series Adventures Beyond Belief. He appeared with the RD Crusaders for the Teenage Cancer Trust at the London International Music Show on June 15, 2008. Alexander Maslakov. Unfortunately, another celebrity died. Maslakov died from cancer, died on September 8, 2024, at the age of 82 years old. He was a renowned television game show host in the Soviet Union and Russia, recognized as an iconic figure across the former USSR. His presence on television spanned much of the lives of many viewers, beginning in 1964 as the host and leader of the show KVN. His role in this show is often likened to that of American television personalities like Bob Barker or Dick Clark. He began his television career in 1964 and hosted a variety of game shows over the years. His notable programs included Hello, We're Looking for Talents, Addresses of Young Ones, Fun Kids, and the long-running Come On, Girls, where young women competed in activities like cooking, dancing, and milking cows. He also hosted a brief counterpart for young men called Come On, Guys. He earned his degree from the Moscow Institute of Transport Engineers in 1966 and completed advanced studies at the Higher Courses for Television Workers in 1968. In 2002, he received the prestigious TEFI Award from the Academy of Russian Television, recognizing his outstanding individual contribution to the advancement of Russian television. He had hosted numerous game shows in this time, including Hello, We're Looking for Talents, Addresses of Young Ones, Fun Kids. Charlize Theron. She is born August 7, 1975. She is a well-known actress and producer with dual South African and American heritage. Recognized as one of the highest-earning actresses globally, she has received numerous prestigious awards, including an Academy Award and a Golden Globe. In 2016, she was honored by Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people worldwide. Theron gained widespread recognition in the 1990s with leading roles in notable Hollywood films such as The Devil's Advocate, 1997, Mighty Joe Young, 1998, and The Cider House Rules, 1999. Her performance as the serial killer Aileen Wuornos in Monster, 2003, earned her significant acclaim, including the Silver Bear and an Academy Award for Best Actress, marking her as the first South African to receive an acting Oscar. She also garnered another Academy Award nomination for her role as a sexually abused woman seeking justice in North Country, 2005. Theron has starred in several commercially successful action films, including The Italian Job, 2003, Hancock, 2008, Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, Prometheus, 2012, Mad Max, Fury Road, 2015, The Fate of the Furious, 2017, Atomic Blonde, 2017, The Old Guard, 2020, F9, 2021, and Fast X, 2023. She received praise for playing troubled women in Jason Reitman's comedy dramas Young Adult, 2011, and Tully, 2018, and for portraying Megyn Kelly in the biographical drama Bombshell, 2019, for which she received her third Academy Award nomination. Since the early 2000s, Theron has expanded her career into film production through her company, Denver and Delilah Productions. She has produced a variety of films, often taking on leading roles herself, such as in The Burning Plane, 2008, Dark Places, 2015, and Long Shot, 2019. In 2007, Theron acquired American citizenship while maintaining her South African citizenship. She has also been recognized with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. By the end of the 1990s, Theron's career had gained significant momentum. She achieved notable recognition with her role in the horror drama The Devil's Advocate, 1997, where she appeared with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino, playing the troubled wife of a highly successful lawyer. She then featured in the adventure film Mighty Joe Young, 1998, where she portrayed a friend and guardian to a giant mountain gorilla. In The Cider House Rules, 1999, she played a woman seeking an abortion in World War II-era Maine. In 2012, Theron took on the role of villain in two big-budgeted films. She played evil Queen Ravenna, Snow White's evil stepmother, in Snow White and the Huntsman. In 2019, Theron both produced and starred in the romantic comedy Long Shot, directed by Jonathan Levine and featuring Seth Rogen. In the film, she plays a U.S. Secretary of State who rekindles a relationship with a journalist she once babysat. In 2022, Theron took on several new roles. In May, it was announced that she would portray Clea in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, making her debut in the mid-credits scene of the superhero film Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. She played Lady Lesso in the fantasy Netflix film The School for Good and Evil and filmed a cameo in Season 3 opener of The Boys as an actress playing Stormfront. Theron is involved in women's rights organizations and has marched in pro-choice rallies. Theron is a longtime fan of the English band Depeche Mode, and was the presenter for their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in 2020. Theron was in a 3-year relationship with singer Stephen Jenkins until October 2001. Some of Third Eye Blind's third album, Out of the Vein, explores the emotions Jenkins experienced as a result of their breakup.